Hi everyone, this is Shibani. Some of you know me from previous webinars at Lead Square. Thank you so much for joining another session. This is a different time for those of you who are regulars for our webinars. It is slightly earlier, but I hope that's not an issue. Again, thank you so much for joining, and I hope you all are well wherever you are joining in from. So today we will be discussing use of technology, rather the role of technology in sales and marketing, and how it can really make a difference to your sales and marketing process. So as always, I'm not the expert, but I have two experts here who will be taking us through the session. First of all, Hutaifa, thank you so much for joining the session. He is
You're
the
welcome.
founder and CEO at BAM Consulting, and I also have Navneet here. He leads sales for the Middle East region from Lead Square. Now, I will also, of course, ask the speakers to introduce themselves. So, Hutaifa, why don't you go first? Please tell us about
Yeah,
yourself
wonderful.
and the
Thank
purpose
you.
of that.
Thank you, Shubhani. Thank you, Shubhani. Thank you very much for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining in this webinar. I just want you to know that the time we're going to spend together here, the next hour or so, will be all tailored to help you discover how, well, in fact, I won't say discover, but I would say just enlighten you and open your eyes into how the technology can really increase the efficiency of your marketing and the ROI of your marketing, because I know that most of the marketing efforts that companies spend is unfortunately I would say loss of money. Okay, and hopefully in this webinar we're gonna help you put an end to that terrible story and start making some serious profit from your marketing, because you deserve that. And with the help of the technology, you can achieve this goal. And I would like as well to ask to thank Navid and his team and Lead Square for making this wonderful piece of technology that we're going to share with you as well in the course of this webinar. So thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for the presentation.
Cool.
Thank you, Hutaifa. Navneet, if you could please share a few lines, and then I will disappear and let you all handle the show.
Cool. So yeah, welcome everyone to the webinar. So I am Navneet, managing the partnership operations as well as sales in Lead Square. So if you're willing to go for the software posters webinar, I'm the one to contact. I'll be the face over here. So we are thriving to get trust in the region. At the moment, our values exist on maintaining the trust only. So we are not only trying to sell you a product, but we are trying to provide efficiency to your sales process. As Atifa mentioned, we are all growing into a digital world at the moment. So we are going into a scenario where digitization is important, but managing your workflows, everything via this digital process, how are you going to do that? So we'll be talking about these aspects today in the webinar, and probably post the webinar, you will be in a state where you can decide for your own how good or bad any tool can help you in your processes and how you can take it up. So yeah, cheers. Let's go in the webinar.
Well said. Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful, Navid. All right.
Yeah.
Just a quick reminder to everyone who's joined, please keep your questions coming. There's a question tab that will be available. So if you have any questions, please post them there. Over to the experts now.
That's great. And you guys, if in the question tab, if you can just share where you're attending this webinar from. I know most of you are in the UAE today. I believe as well some of you as well as joining in India. So let's know which city you're joining in there. So we just salute you and say hi when we the video as well as just Shibani did, so that you focus on the screen here, guys. Okay, so again, the biggest challenge that faces businesses around the world here is not that companies don't spend money on marketing and they don't have marketing budget at all. Because if you think about it, any business would manage to allocate the required budget for their marketing if they get a return on their investment. So if I say to you like 100% guaranteed, hey, if you spend, let's say $10,000 on marketing budget this month, and you will get 10 times that as a return, you will find the money and you will spend it on marketing. So the question here is not about marketing budget, but rather about marketing ROI. So if the ROI is guaranteed, I would say that you will do whatever it takes to make it happen. Now, in business, of course, there is nothing 100% guaranteed, but there are things you can do to increase the likelihood of getting a return on marketing, and that's what we are trying to help you here in this webinar. Now, in order to understand how this can happen, let's look into the sales process itself and just go through the basics here. Let me remind you of how sales happen. Now, sales happen in 3 steps, regardless of the products that you're selling, or the audience that you're selling to, or even the environment that you're using to sell. And I like to think about this, and I want you as well to think about these 3 steps as if they are like a physics law, and it doesn't change at all, and it will never change, and it has never changed since the beginning of the first time a man sold anything to his brother. Okay, so in order for the sales to happen, first we need a marketplace, right? So that's the place, the first one, the step 1. It's marketplace. Now, in the marketplace, we need something we call it a personalized environment, and I will give like an example in a minute. So a customized environment in which the people inside that marketplace can understand what you're selling, or what your product is about, what the problem you're solving, and then if they agreed on receiving your product, or let's say if you both reached into agreement, they go to the sales mechanism and they invest with you. So let me give you an example here, an example about a traditional business. Let's say you sell chocolate caps, and that's your product. Now, in order to sell this chocolate, you can't go to the middle of the desert and expect to find customers. You need to be in a marketplace, right? So you need to go to a shopping mall maybe, or a neighborhood, or somewhere where there are people who need this chocolate. Now, let's say, for example, you went to Dubai Mall here, okay, and inside Dubai Mall there are thousands of people. Not all of them definitely need a chocolate. So how are you going to define who's interested in your product? You need to have a shop, which is here the personalized environment, inside Dubai Mall. So anyone gets to your shop, that's a sign he's interested in your product. Now, once they are in the shop, you start talking to each other, right? And you ask questions, and then you present your products, and then if they like it, they will pick up a chocolate box, and they go to the cash register to buy or to pay for it, and just make the sales happen, the conversion, the final conversion. Now, if you look into this process, it's not that much different of what happens even online, because the marketplace is the internet here, and we have infinite number of people online, and the shop here, or the personalized environment, would be I'd say your landing page or your website, the place where they your marketing system, let's just call it this way. And then once they get inside your marketing system, they need to listen to you to understand the product you're selling, and after that they make the sales or convert like to the final stage. Now, these are the 3 steps that is exactly required to make any sales for any industry. If you are selling cars, if you are selling real estate, if you're selling anything, this is the steps. If it is e-commerce, online shopping, it's the same process. Now, what we need in order to make this process happen and streamline this process is the basic understanding of the human nature. All right, let me give you something interesting here. In order for the customers to buy your product, there has to be a need, right? There has to be a need for the product or the service or the problem that you're solving. Now, interestingly, not everyone in the marketplace right now need your product. Okay, there are people who need your product right now. There are people who might need it in the next month, or 3 months or more, 6 months, or maybe 1 year from now. And there will be people who will never maybe need your product, or there are other people who might have other alternatives, so they will never become customers. So the question here, how you can identify who is the right fit for your product. And here comes the lead capture system or the lead capture process. So instead of advertising or using the ads or the social media or the marketing effort here spent to immediately trying to connect customers with a sales mechanism, like you're going to the marketplace and you say, hey, I exist, give me money, which is unfortunately most of what businesses do. Their marketing efforts is kind of just direct sales, which never happens. That's why the cost of the marketing is expensive, and they don't see better ROI, or let's say decent ROI on their marketing, because they try to sell immediately from the first instinct or from the first interaction with their client. Now, what we need to understand here is this: customers buy on 3 levels, as I explained here in these 3 steps. First, someone get curious about your product. Then they decide, okay, I want to learn more about it. So they became enlightened about the product. And once they are enlightened, then only then they make a commitment. So it is curiosity, enlightenment, and then commitment. Think about it yourself. The last time you bought or any new product or any new service, first you got curious about the provider or the service or the solution that you faced, and then you decided to learn more about it. So that's when the enlightenment phase came in, and then you decided to make a commitment. So this 3 steps circle needs to happen. Might happen fast, might happen in 1 week or 1 day or 1 hour, and might happen in 3 months. That depends on your sales conversion window and the product volume and the marketplace. But generally, this needs to happen. Otherwise, the sales won't be successful. So our advice here for you guys is this: instead of just trying to sell the product immediately or trying to promote your products directly to the sales, like going into Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube or Google Ads and say, hey, I have this product, come and buy it right now. What we encourage you here to do is to install a lead capture system or a lead capture process where you give something we call a lead magnet. Okay, I want you just to mark this word. The lead magnet is a free digital content that you give away for free to your audience in exchange of their contact information and their permission to receive more information from you. And the lead magnet works as a qualifier. So it helps you understand who is who. In other words, if you sell, for example, I would say use the automobile industry as example here, just to make it easier. So if you sell cars, let's say secondary cars or pre-owned cars, now instead of just advertising to the people who are looking for cars right now, which is a slower portion of the marketplace compared to those who are considering changing their car in the next 6 months or so. So what we would say, maybe you can create a report, okay, PDF report. And in this report, you explain the pre-owned car maybe conditions here in the UAE, and you explain the price variation between each model, and you provide a checklist, to help your customers buy a good car and find a good deal. And you really make this PDF a valuable PDF, and you start promoting this PDF online instead of promoting your cars first. So what happens here, interestingly, is this: that anyone who is interested in buying a pre-owned car in Dubai or in the UAE and encountered or engage with this advertisement of yours, it will be a no-brainer for him to go and download this PDF. Why? Because there is no commitment. You're just sparking their curiosity. They will see an advertisement telling them something like, hey, if you're considering buying a car this year, a pre-owned car this year, we at X company have created a PDF report for you. In this PDF report, you will see you will compare the price per model for the pre-owned cars in the UAE, and you will understand the basic pricing, and you will also learn more about the things that you need to consider when buying the car, so that this is a checklist to make sure you're making a good investment, and so on. So it's a genuine advice to help your audience, reach or achieve success with buying a car. And you would say in the ad, hey, if you like this, just let us know where to send it, and we will send it right away to your email or to your mobile, WhatsApp or something. So here is the thing. You start building a list of people who are interested in buying the car. It's equivalent of getting people into your chocolate shop in Dubai Mall. So here you start having a list of potential customers. And the bigger this list gets, the more money you're going to make. Why? Because the second step here in the process, the leads nurturing system or the enlightenment phase, here where you need to stay in contact with your audience, in touch with them. So you need to keep sending them good emails or good content or good advices over time. And from time to time, you would as well offer a car or offer or sell something. So for example, you would tell them in the first couple of contacts you send to them, after maybe after maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, you send them an email with more advices or case studies or video tutorials or locations where they can find good cars, or how to exchange their previous car with another one, and so on. And then you tell them, okay, by the way, this month we have a sales or a promotion. You can save like 10% or 5% on Mercedes model or on these models. Or you tell them, come and take a test drive or free drive just to see for yourself. So you start here building relationship, enlightening the customer, and then offering them to buy. Now, when someone decides to commit after they are enlightened, they will immediately now go to the sales mechanism. So the sales mechanism for the car drive shop, or sorry, the pre-owned car shop dealership is might be like to take a test drive, right? And then get a proposal, right? So you need a system that can help you measure the progress of this process and help you as well run this process efficiently. And that's where LeadSquared come in. Now, let me walk you through the cast here before I bring Naveen here to to show how we can use LeadSquared as a capture system, and how we can use it as a lead nurturing system or as a personalized environment, and then how we can use it as a sales conversion. But until that time, guys, I want you to let me in the comments. Does that make sense for you, or how do you feel about this? If you, for example, manage to get 2,000 people to download your PDF here, the lead magnet report, and of course, well, nobody will download the PDF unless they have a need somehow to the product, or they are interested, or they are curious about the product. And over the, let's say, next 2 months from this 2,000 people joining your list, you send them some good content, and you help them, make or form a good understanding of your product and the solution that you're solving and the problems that your customers are facing and how to overcome this. And then started selling or offering or making, sales emails or sending sales communications. Do you think this will help you increase your sales in your own industry? Okay, and it's good as well if you can let us know in the questions about the industries, in which industries you are, guys. So maybe as well we can refer to it as an example in the coming minutes here. Yeah, I'll tell this to you now, Naveen, for the lead capture system and the lead capture automation, so that you show us how LeadSquared can work in creating landing pages, connectors, functioning, connecting with the social media to get leads to the system, and then to follow up with the leads, and then to take the sales conversion to the next level with the process. Just that you know, guys, Lead Squared is a single point of communication here that helps you run this entire workflow that we have mentioned to you, and even more beyond that. And we want just to focus now on the ROI increasement, or increasing the ROI from marketing. So that's the standpoint where you will be using here. So Naveen, can you help me here with a quick look into the system and how it can work with these three steps?
Yeah, sure, Tifa. Thank you for that. So I'll just share my screen and move you guys ahead in the conversation where we can show how Lead Squared as a company helps you in the in all these processes that Hatifa mentioned at the moment. So basically there are 4 processes: lead capture, lead management, then you engage your leads, that is lead engagement. And then once you have done all this, you have done the conversion, you need to see the sales productivity, because even if you have done the conversion, you need to see how your people and everything is performing. So I'll give you a brief about the company itself. So Lead Squared is a decade-old company. It has spent 10 plus years in the market, acquiring 1,000 plus organizations as customers, and they are happy customers. So you can see that there are 100K plus users globally. We also have a mobile application. So there is a customer base that we have set, and we are thoroughly working on enhancing the product day by day. So if I talk only about the products that we offer, so we have the sales execution CRM, which helps you in managing the leads, capturing the leads, in what do you call, engaging with the leads in via nurturing campaigns and everything. Then you have the field force automation tool. So if specifically you have a feet on street team, you can manage all those things right in the application, which is equipped with geo tracking and fencing functionalities. Now again, we also have the marketing automation tool, which enables you to analyze the intent of the customer or the person who's visiting your website, and on the basis of that trigger certain actions. And we also provide you with a self-serve portal. Now this portal will be beneficial for you wherever you want to map your processes into a paperless manner. Okay, so if you have an admissions form or an application form for a loan application or a car selling portal, on all those areas, this self-serve portal is going to help you. Now, industries that we cater to are education, BFSI, real estate, now healthcare, etc. So this tool is capable of customizations, and because of the customizations, we can handle use cases of any industry. So it is not something that we give you as a set product, but it is something which will be customized according to your use case. So your people do not have to modify their workflow, their processes according to the tool. The tool is going to adapt to them. So coming straight to the lead capture thing or the automation, it happens via multiple mediums. It might be through your website, it might be through the landing page, it might be through various social media channels where you're promoting your content, where you're getting the audience for your product. Okay, so wherever, like whatever tool you're using, Lead Square is capable of getting an integration with that tool. So we have inbuilt connectors, and we also have an API which is in REST format, through which we can do integrations with any other third-party tool to capture the leads. And we ensure that while capturing those leads, there is no leakage which has happened. So every single lead is important for any single business. So we just make sure that while we are transferring or while we are capturing leads from these sources, there is no leakage. Okay,
can I
you also guys,
Naveen,
yeah,
I
sure,
don't want
sure.
to interrupt. I'm sorry, but you know, guys, interestingly,
Please.
yesterday I was in a conversation with a friend of mine. Okay, we were waiting for a company to sell us a product. We placed an order. We want to buy something, and 20 days ago, okay, and we're waiting for them to send us, you know, just the invoice. We want to pay you guys. Just someone attend our request, please. Interestingly, this is an international company, multinational company, a big company, okay, and they were not attending the sales. Why I'm bringing this story to you? Because unfortunately, more than 80% of the, let's say 80% of the times, you lose a deal, okay, because of the lack of follow-up. And the lack of follow-up here, we can't blame the salespeople. Like I don't want to be mean here and talking to. It's not the salespeople fault in most cases. It's the fault of the system that they're using. So imagine salesperson receiving hundreds of leads or hundreds of orders, they can't stay on the top of their orders all the time unless there is a technology behind them that can help them get this done. So if you don't want to lose your orders, if you don't want to lose track of your sales, you better have a technology, right? I'm launching a poll here, and I appreciate, guys, if you can answer that poll, which is, are you using a technology for the marketing generally that can handle the leads, the sales, and the orders? Because at the end of the day, I don't want you guys, or I don't want your customers to think of you as we thought of this company, that sometimes, you know, they are not interesting to sell. I believe at some point of your life, you encounter such situation. You were trying to buy something, and the company seemed that they're not putting their heart to sell you, right? They're not interested in your money, which is weird, right? So that's why the part that Naveed is referring now is really important and crucial, because if you don't have the right technology that can empower your sales process here, then chances you're leaving a lot of money on the table, not because of your product, not because of the price of your product, not because of your people, but simply because the customers feels like they are being ignored, or they're neglected, or you know, it's just not interested to sell them, right? And that's really a bad thing for business. I'm sorry for the interruption, Naveed, but I just wanted to bring up this story because I believe it's relevant here. Yeah, please carry on.
Yeah, so can we just put down this poll? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So as Atifa clearly mentioned, so the process begins from capturing the lead. So I'll just show you how we have the connector. So you also registered for this webinar via this landing page. Now, to your surprise, this landing page was created using Lead Squared, and there was no single line of code involved in building this particular landing page. So we have a no code builder as well for the landing page creation. So if you're running with a tech team also, you do not need to depend thoroughly on them for the creation of landing pages or your email campaigns. So you can just create it with a drag and drop builder in the system. Now we have an apps marketplace through which you can simply click and install multiple connectors of the social media which we already have in the system. So you just have to click on install and configure the account. Once you're configuring, you select the roles as to which all roles are going to use this particular tool. So it might be connector or to capture the leads. Then post that, you just connect your social media profile to it. So it is going to be a very simplistic process. You just log into your account, you put in your credentials, and you're logged in. Once you are logged in, you will be able to see all the pages that you're running for your campaigns, right? You can select the pages which you want to connect and also give the permissions to the application to fetch in multiple details. If you want to fetch in the forms, fetch in the information of the people, you can just give in the permissions over there, and the account will be connected. Post connection, you just have to select the specific campaigns from which you have to fetch the leads or fetch the inquiries from. Once that is set up, you can map on the basis of accounts or on the basis of pages and see what all leads you're incurring. Now every lead or every particular inquiry that you're getting will be captured into the tool in this particular manner that you see. So it'll have the campaign name, page from which it was coming from, okay, and what was the advertisement name, if there was an advertisement set, all those things will be mentioned. So whenever you're talking to that lead, you have a clear information what all data, what all requirements that lead has fed. Now we have captured the lead, we want to manage the leads, and this is where the follow-ups come into place, which Hutaifa was clearly mentioning about. So now interactions and task and follow-ups are a very play a very crucial role while we are doing a sale, right? So managing it efficiently, how will we do that? It can be done once we are aware of what is happening in the deal. So the very first thing that the tool helps you in is managing all the actions, all the tasks, all the activities right in one place. So if there is a website visits or a phone call or an email that you're sending, whether it was opened, it was not opened, everything will be mapped as a history or an activity history in the wall. And apart from that also, if you want, there can be manual activity post and additional custom activity post also. So right from the moment the lead enters the system till the time it's there, you will have every specific detail. So suppose at one point of time you want to transfer the lead to someone else and he wants to work on that, he just have to go through the activity history wall, and they will know what kind of action has done. And instead of beginning right from the start, they will begin from where the previous person left. So that is going to be helpful. Again, um, once you have done this, once you have done a phone call and someone says no, connect, let's connect after 1 month, let's connect after 2 months, what are you going to do? Here is when you miss out on follow-ups. And LeadSquare has well kept all these requirements in place. So we have a task manager. You can just schedule a task. You will have notifications on your mobile, on your email about the task that you have to do, and you can set reminders for that, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes prior to it. And while we are managing the leads, we have a very sorted manage lead section wherein you can customize the view font, how your page is going to look, and you will have all the leads fixed in with certain details as you see in any format. So you can just tap on the lead, go to the lead profile, see all the history as I mentioned, and then work on the lead. So over here you can sort the leads, you can map, do certain actions. If you want to send them emails or bulk update the leads or bulk assign the leads, you can do that. Now assignment and bulk updation, everything can be done automatically also into the system. I'll be coming into that as well. Now manage leads is something where you have all the leads, but where will I find what task I have to perform? For that particular thing, we have a smart view in place. Now this is nothing but a very specific regimented sales process viewer, where your salespeople will be spending most of your time, not only sales, marketing, whatever activities they have to perform, they will be mapped in regimented flows. So a lead is there, it'll be in a new lead stage. If they complete the task, move it to the next stage. If they want, they can have their own specific buckets as well. So if you can see on the screen already, there is a custom bucket which is created, wherein we are seeing or we are checking whether about the leads who have an activity which is email bounced, so that we do not send them emails. Instead, we try another or some other mediums to contact to those leads. So that is where the smart views will come into picture, and that is how you can schedule your task, your appointments, everything, and it will be visible in the smart views only. So it'll be an easier solution. You just do not have to go to multiple points. And these smart views, these tabs can be exported on a daily basis. So if you want to subscribe to the report, you'll get a reporting ad on every single morning that these are the tasks which are assigned to you. So you're not missing out on follow-ups, and the customer experience is not ruined. Now coming on to the lead engagement part, where we talk about engaging with the leads, interacting with the leads via emails, via SMS, via recap, what you call re-engagement.
Wonderful. I can jump one more time
Sure.
before
Please.
moving to the leads engagement. Now, guys,
Yeah.
in the leads management part that Naveed just finished highlighting for you, here as well comes in the time when the lead or when you realize that this lead is not mature or is not ready enough to take action and move to the commitment phase. Remember from the first the earlier part of the webinar, when we said that for the customer need to go through let's say 3 phases to make the purchase. First they get curious, then they get enlightened, and then they get committed. Now in the enlightenment part, sometimes the lead is not ready to take the action, so they might tell you, okay, I'm interested, but not now, or maybe try like in a couple of months or something like that. That's where you put your as well leads into a leads nurturing campaign. So you will have like a pre-written emails. It's an email sequence, like a workflow, just similar to the workflows that Naveed just shared with you. So you will have like pre-written emails, maybe let's say 10 emails, and these 10 emails will be automated in the system. So the system will just send them on a sequence, like once a week or so. And these emails will keep reminding your customer that you exist and you solve this problem. Remember, guys, the marketing effort, just like the nutshell of the marketing is, or the essence of the marketing, is just an exercise of memorization. You just need to keep reminding your customers that you exist and you solve X problem. That's the whole thing. Now, luckily, you can automate this instead of speaking individually to your leads. You can automate this process by creating these workflows. Please correct me, Naveen, if I'm wrong here about this feature.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's
correct.
where I believe it. Yeah, it can fit. Okay, so that's with the lead engagement part. I'm sorry, you can move in now to the next part.
Yeah, cool. Thank you so much for helping me out over here. So,
Yep.
as yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Naveen, go on,
So,
go on. I'm sorry.
as yeah, sure. So, as which was mentioned, we interact with certain leads via emails or via any specific medium. Now, this interaction can be in two ways via the system. It can be automated. So you just have to fix in a workflow how the interaction will go, and the interactions will keep on happening at the backend. So you like not just the interactions, there can be multiple things. So we can have triggers on the basis of lead update. We can have triggers on the basis of task update, etc. So that will be available to you. So post that, you will also need to nurture the emails or nurture the leads which you already have. So nurturing process or engagement process happens via emails or via SMS. Now those things will have a templatized format in the system, which can be configured and customized with a no-code builder. If you have an HTML code, you can use that as well. If you have your own campaign pre-built, you can use that. But we are providing you the flexibility to use the system only to create your campaign, to select the recipients, to bifurcate the recipients on the basis of attributes, and then send in your email campaigns. And on top of that, you get a complete report of all the campaigns that you're sending out. So every single thing, like what is the email rate, what are the top performing links in the email, how your email campaigns are responding, how many people have clicked out, or how many emails have bounced, every single rate will be mentioned in the campaigning once you're doing it. Now this campaigning part or the engagement part, as I mentioned, can be done autonomously, and that process can be mapped at the backend via a workflow automation. Now on the screen you can see a workflow automation, which is a very small simplistic kind of an automation which is available over here. So over here, if you can see, a lead is created. Now the card starts or the trigger starts running as soon as a lead is created, and then automatically an email will be sent. That might be a welcome email stating what all products you're offering, or what all things you're going to offer, if you have any discounts or anything. Now these emails can be from the templatized emails that you have created in the system already, or the emails that you have already sent. You can select from a variety of them. Then there might be a scenario that you want to wait for the person to respond to the email, because not everyone is opening email in fraction of seconds. So we are waiting for a day, and then we are checking whether the email is opened or not. Now if it is opened, then we are updating the lead. Maybe we can have an automatic distribution. Now distribution also can happen on the basis of different attributes. It might be on the basis of city, it might be on the basis of country, or any specific detail. So there can be multiple rules for distribution, and that can also be on automation. If you want to schedule a task for your user, you can do that. Post that. If you want escalations if the task is not completed, that is also pretty much possible in the system. So we have a total of 200 cards in one single automation, so we can solve a total of 200 nodes, and in the system we give you flexibility to go on with 4,000 nodes in total to solve most of the business use cases or most of the processes where you will be investing a manual effort into an autonomous effort. Now over here, if the email is not open, what can you do? You can send another email with a different subject line to nurture those leads. Okay, even if they're not responding after that, you can just directly add them to a list and run campaigns, keep running campaigns on that list, which can be a dynamic list in the system. So over here, if in this particular simple automation, you are mapping a very important part of your flow. So as soon as someone registers, you're making sure that you're making an impact on the person by sending a reminder or a message that yeah, we are here for you, we'll be responsible and we'll be responsive to you or your queries. Now you're sending email. If the person is really interested, he'll open the email right away and then click on links or something like that. You're distributing it to your users, and your users are calling or maybe going on a meeting with them, or whatever actions you flow. So over here, through automations, you can map in a variety of tasks, variety of actions, and the triggers can be multiple. Now once you have done the automations, you might want to know, you will be curious as to how my automation is performing, in which particular stage which lead is. So you can do that. you will have the analysis of leads in every specific stage. And not only that, once you click on the view report, you will be able to see which particular leads are in that particular stage. So if I want to see how many people are in the send email stage, I'll just click on view leads and I can see the list or the names of the people who have been sent the email. Then I can see how many of them are in the wait period, open, like how many of them have opened, not opened. So everything will be associated with a report over here. Not just this. Post this, I'll be moving to the sales productivity part. Hudhaifa, do you need to add something to this?
Wonderful. Thank you for bringing this up, Naveen. In fact, just general lookout into this, guys. Now, the automated workflows here might be overwhelming to some of you if you're not like a techie person, but literally things here is really straightforward. There is no coding, nothing at all here. All it takes from you is just a quick orientation or a quick help from each square team, and you're good to go. And even here we are ready to if you are in the UAE, we're ready to come and meet you like in person and help you out with this part. So anytime you see or you feel yourself like it's complicated for you here, or you see like it's overwhelming, don't worry. It's really simple process, and it does not require a techie person to take care of it. And we're here to help you. I just wanted to add that. So let's move to the next part of it. Yeah.
And also, thank you for bringing this up, Hudhaifa. So whenever we are implementing a software for you, we'll make sure that everything is implemented according to your use case, and our team will help you in doing that. So it is simply a very easy tool to build up. But yeah, since you will be new, our team will be helping you with this. And not only that, we'll be helping you or training you also with the tool, so that in the later phase of time, you can also customize everything on your own. Okay, and we'll be there to support you throughout the process. So Lead Square has a very strong customer success support. So if, like, as soon as we onboard you as a customer or we start working together, we'll have your back for sure. Now, till this time, we have done everything. We have done the automations, we are nurturing the leads, we have captured the leads, we have engaged with our leads through campaigns, and we are doing closures. Now we need to see how the productivity is going, how the actions are going, how my salespeople are performing. There is this thing in every business owner's mind, that how exactly my ROI is going, how exactly my investments are going in terms of lead capture or lead generation, how my people are performing, are they doing good, are they following up on their task. Now managing all these in different ways is going to be a cumbersome task, but not in Lead Square. So over here we'll provide you with on the go reporting system, wherein you will have all these reports at your fingertips. So if you want to see the sales report, you'll get it. If you have to see how your people are performing, you will have that as well. If you want to see what is your revenue cycle looking at, or in which particular campaigns you are investing and they are giving you better outcomes, so what is the conversion ratio per source, and how many leads every source is giving you. If you're running a campaign, if you want to see which particular campaign is running well, which is not running well, and accordingly plan the next campaign, you can do that as well. So we, in the reports home section, we have 100 plus reports, not just one. We have reports associated with every action, every attribute that you carry forward or carry out in the system. So we'll have administrative reports, customer analysis reports, reports on the basis of the emails that you're sending, lead stage analysis. If you're running a team of people who are just calling, then we have a telephony and SMS reports. We have a ready integration with the IVRs which are there in the market. So once we integrate with the IVR, we'll also be able to record calls, which will be available to your activity history wall. We'll have call pop-ups. Then every kind of analysis and mechanism is available in the system, and you can sort out on the basis of custom dates, etc. So if I talk about administrative reports, what are the basic reports you want to see? You might want to see what are the users working like, are they working good or not, so you have the users report. If you want to see how many emails they are sending per month, what is the email volume that they are utilizing, so you can see that over here. If you just want to see or analyze how much time your people are spending on the tool and how much utilization they are making. You have a specific report for that. So not just this, if we talk about revenue, that is the major aspect that we all talk about, that we all look out for. So you will have the customer conversion analysis. You can have the customer data and the activity analysis, how much active, how much engaged your user or your lead is. Then time taken to win a customer, so you can actually see the turnaround time, how this is going. Now LeadSquare also offers a quick turnaround time with the use of automations and multiple what do you call interaction tools that are already available inside. And then you can see actually and exactly how much time you're taking to do a conversion. If it's going more than that you expected, you just reform the process and then you go ahead, right? Then visitor to customer analysis. Now visitor to customer analysis can show you how many people visited your website, visited your landing page, or interacted with your platforms or social media ads, and they converted. So not only you're getting a simplistic analysis of just your revenue, of just your emails, but every single aspect that you're using. So right from top to bottom, your business will be taken care of, and you as an admin will have the sole right and authority over the tool. So if I'm talking about authority, we will have permission templates also in place. So you can basically have user groups and hierarchy, and on the basis of that hierarchy, you can do a bifurcation or give permission to different users to carry out multiple actions, and restrict certain users to do certain actions that you as an admin would want to keep it to yourself. So yeah, that was pretty much it about the tool which I wanted to talk at the moment.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Naveed, for bringing this. All right,
No,
guys. Now,
thank you so much.
for this sales part, I just have this for you. Okay, this question here now. On a level of taking in mind the sales process, which is when you get into the serious deal stage, a conversation with your customers. How do you think the importance, let's say, how do you rate the importance of having this clear reporting and staying on the top of your sales? Now, one of the major challenges that business leaders are faced with is future planning. I want to tell you something. You might have great plans for the future. In fact, I'm sure you do. But let's be honest here. Your plans need money, right? Without money, unfortunately, the plans won't work. So if you have an expansion plan, you want to, even your personal plan, you want a good vacation, you want to upgrade your car, you want a better school for your children, you want any plan in the future, even in the personal level, you need money for that. Now, to create a better plan for your business and for yourself, here comes in the accurate forecast of your sales. Without such data and reports, then you will be flying blind because you can't see the future. I won't say that it would be like 100% seeing the future, but you can, sense or have a good sense of how your sales is going on based on these reports. So, for example, if I ask you this question, how long it takes your business to close a deal from the moment you start a sales conversation? Most businesses don't have accurate number for that. Let me ask another question. How much it costs you to acquire a customer? What's the cost per customer acquisition? Unfortunately, most customers or most businesses don't have answer for that question. If I ask another question, what's the worthiness? What's the lifetime value of a customer when someone buy from you? Let's say over a 1 year period of time, how much money you can make from this same customer? How many times you can sell them or resell them services and products? Again, most businesses don't have these figures. Why? Because they don't have these records. It's very important to have a detailed record for every deal and every lead and every contact, in fact, in your system. And with this tool, I believe you're in a good hand. Let me bring this last poll that we have for you guys here. On a scale of 1 to 5, how likely are you to give a shot for LeadSquare, to try it out? Because I have a very good news for you. Okay, I want to share my screen to show you the good news. So as you're answering the poll, guys, distributing the poll, vote for me on a scale of 1 to 5. How likely are you to try LeadSquare? Okay. And let me share my screen here. Oh, that's my video as well. All right, cool. So the video and the screen. Shibani, help me here. I can't share the screen. What's going on? Oh, maybe you changed the host to Naveed, right?
Yeah, but I have changed it back to you now. Are you still unable? So you'll have to close the poll to share your screen.
Close the board, close the video, you mean?
No. Okay. I'm just going to close the poll here.
Okay, the poll, closing the poll entirely.
Yeah,
but they still, not everyone voted. Okay, right. No problem. Okay, we'll come back to the poll one more time. All right, so here is the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Do you see the website, or do you see the keynote here?
We see the keynote there.
Okay, I need them to stop sharing, and then I want to share the website. Okay, guys, I want you to go to leadsquare.com. Okay, please bring that. Shibani, help me, please share the screen and go to leadsquare.com. I want you to go to leadsquare.com. Okay, and take a free trial. Okay, this is the cool thing that I have for you. This is the good news, because LeadSquare comes with 14 days free trial. Okay, you can try the software yourself, and you can get in touch as well with LeadSquare team, and they can help you, start exploring the potential that we have for you there in place. Because in a general look, when you have such technology that empowers you to to achieve everything pretty much that we have shared in this webinar with you, I believe your business will grow, and you no longer need to drive your business in a fog or run blind, not knowing when to expect what and how things can work for your business. So I see here the polls, like most of you guys those who voted, in fact, have given a high rank for trying LeadSquare. That's wonderful. So I want to thank you pretty much for that. Before moving to the Q&As now. Now, as we go through the Q&As, I want you guys in the questions here to let us know if you requested for a free trial. Just let me know that, hey, I requested for the free trial and we're in right now. Okay, because we want to reach out to you as well after the webinar, those who requested for the free trial, just to see how it goes for you and answer your questions. So I believe Shibani will be in touch with you, or Naveed, I don't know. Shibani or Naveed will be in touch with the people who request for free trial, guys, here. Okay.
I've also shared the link on the chat column. So if you all are looking for the link, I have shared it there. So please do fill up the form. If you're interested in the trial, of course, do fill up the form. And we have, I think it'll be Naveed who will be reaching out to you. So
wonderful. That's wonderful. So you'll be in a good hand. All right. Naveed knows everything about LeadSquare, and he will take care of you guys. Okay, so now let's move to the Q&As. And again, guys, please let me know in the chat who did request the free trial. Just go to leadsquare.com, click on try it free. Very simple, straightforward. There is nothing to lose. You're not putting anything here on the line. All right, it's just some of your time here to explore how the technology here can help you grow your business and increase your ROI from marketing. Because believe me, sometimes it just takes one thing. You know the domino effect, when there is like one piece of the domino and you knock the right piece and all the pieces start falling out beautifully. I believe LeadSquare for your marketing is that domino piece. So it's the right piece. You just knock this down right and things will flow beautifully together and it will fit fine for you. Okay. So let us know in the comments who requested for the free trial, And let's go to the questions as well. So I will leave this with you, Shibani, for the Q&As.
Sure. So we have questions. Just hold on a second. I have lost the tab. Okay. So there was one question that I think would benefit people largely. So we talked about lead capture automation and how you can capture the leads. So is there a way, Navneet, that we can see that the leads are verified, or is there anything that we can put to ensure that the leads that are coming in, leads that are submitting the forms are not junk leads? So I actually have recommended two suggestions to the person who had asked the question, but maybe if you want to go first with that.
Correct. So we have 2 or 3 parameters which you can carry forward to just rectify that the lead is not junk, lead is not duplicate. So you can restrict from people's using certain domains. So if you want only people with like who don't have @gmail.com or @yahoo.com to log in, you can restrict on that. You have reCAPTCHA forms that you can use in your forms in your landing pages, so that everyone who's signing up verifies before he's signing into the platform. And then there is a authentication, 2-factor authentication that can be done as well. Post that, you can have either the email ID or contact number, or both of them, as the unique key. So you will also make sure that that you don't have any duplicacy in the leads while you're fetching the leads. So if a lead with the same number or the same email, or either both of them, is registering again, you will have a notification or an input in the lead wall that this lead is coming again from a different source now. So that will be taken care of in LeadSquared for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe there is part. I believe there is one. I'm sorry, Shibani. There is a part here about the qualification as well of the lead. So technically, the lead verification is as simple as just nothing have outlined. But for the qualification of the lead, okay, that goes to your lead qualifier. In other words, that goes to the wording that you're using in the advertising or in the marketing itself. And this is something cool here, because when you have the right words on the landing page and on the ad itself, or the post that you're using on social media, the content that you're sharing out there, this content is responsible for the type of people you will attract to your business. So just make sure that you use clear language about your product, avoid vague languages that doesn't tell what is the problem you're selling, and just invite customers into a story about them. And maybe that's a last thought we will finish with when we go through the questions here. So the qualification, again, the quality of the lead is largely dependable on the words that you're using in your marketing.
Absolutely.
Shibani,
and as a fellow marketer, definitely the languages you use, the terms that you're using will definitely play a role in the kind of leads that will be coming in.
I'll share a secret with you at the end, like when we just done with the questions here, like a cool secret that will help you with the words here, on cool way on how to think of your marketing content. So back to you, Shibani, again.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll want to add something. So since we are talking about qualification of lead, we also have a feature, like even if, like in the worst scenario, you have incurred a lead which is maybe junk for you. So we have lead qualification and prioritization metrics in place, and those metrics will be dependent on the scorings that you have for your business. So maybe for an email open, it's +2. For something else, maybe for a call, it's +5. So you have the scoring in place, and that scoring will help you analyze whether the lead is a lead to which you want to prioritize and then work on, or it's a low quality lead. So that is pretty much available in the system as well.
Yeah, cool, wonderful. Now, so you have now the lookalike Chinese rating system. So right now you're rating your leads and giving them scores. Wonderful, that's cool. Okay. Okay, all right. Back to you, Shibani.
Yeah.
Okay, another question again. So I have answered most of these, but again, just for the benefit of the audience here, I'm going to ask this one. So, does Lead Squared allow you to schedule SMSs, Navneet?
Yes, it does. You can use automation to send multiple level of SMSs. Might be the first one can go after 7 days, then again after months, so on. So you can do the nurturing campaigns through SMS, and also we provide you an option to use WhatsApp. That is a unique feature. So we enabled you with templates of WhatsApp, and we also help you with getting a verified WhatsApp account. Post that, you can have transactional messages sent through WhatsApp, and that can also be automated as a part of the tool.
Awesome, thank you. Another question from Parmeet. So I'm going to try to take an attempt at this. So Parmeet says, how many email marketing templates are inbuilt and or there is a need of a connector? So I can tell you that Parmeet, I've done email marketing for a long time and all my emails go through Lead Squared, and we have several email marketing templates. There are templates, inbuilt templates that are designed for different industries. So whether it's real estate, something in the finance sector, hospitality, travel, there are inbuilt templates for most of the industries. And no, you do not need a connector to do this. In fact, you can also paste your own HTML. So we have a couple of options there. Navneet, if you want to add to that.
Yeah, so like in the campaign builder itself, you will have options to paste your HTML code, as Shibani mentioned. You can use the visual designer, and you can also paste from your previous campaigns if you have done any campaigns in the past. So you can download those or upload those content in the builder and then work on that. And also, like, even if you're using templates, you can create your own templates as well. So everything, every option to customize it, to customize the width, columns, everything will be available. And Shibani, as she is the better person who's using that particular thing for a long time now, so it'll be available. And since we are there in the market for a long time, we are catering to multiple industries. We do have templates which are associated with every specific industry, so you'll not be let down in that particular manner as well.
Sure. Thank you. Another question, any specific, when we talk about industries, there is a question from someone from the e-commerce sector.
Yeah.
So if you can throw some light on that, what, how does our tool benefit someone from e-commerce?
For e-commerce sector as well, so lead nurturing, the mapping of the leads, then how if the e-commerce is also using a FOS structure, then the mobile application is will come in handy with you. Okay, I'll not name company. We are in touch with one of the biggest e-commerce giant for their FOS team. So they will go to the retail sector to fetch in documents, to sell in the products, everything. So for that particular use case, our mobile application is pretty much configurable. So if you have a FOS team, if you have an in-house team who's working on the leads, who's working on maybe collections or going to multiple vendors or doing vendor onboarding, KYCs, everything, we have a perfect fitment there as well.
All right. I was actually just responding to some questions here. That's why my hands are hovering around. But otherwise, so there is another question from Aslam, but I'm not sure I get this, but I will read it out in case Navneet or Hutaifa, if any of you want to take it up.
Yeah.
So Aslam says, as an affiliate marketer, is it going to permit tracks of different landing pages or SMS or web portals of my links only? So I think, yeah, okay, I think I've understood this now. So I think
Yeah.
he means that can you track conversions on the landing pages? I think SMS is opened, pages visited. If I'm getting that right, Aslam, just correct me if I'm wrong. Are we able to track activities like that?
Yeah, so I'll take it up. So we have the marketing tool, which is pretty much capable of tracking the website visit or the landing page visits. We can check whether a person has came on the website, has visited certain pages, has clicked on certain links. All those things will be there as a tracker, will be available to you. Then again, for SMS, I'll be honest on this point. For SMS, the providers do not allow us to check whether it's opened or not. Okay, but for emails, we do have an A/B testing wherein we can clearly check if it's opened, and after opening, if the person has clicked on the link. So those things we can check for sure. Same goes with the
Okay.
landing pages and campaigns. Yeah.
All right. I don't see anything new coming in, so maybe we can jump back to Hutaifa. I still remember he had a secret to share.
Yeah,
So I'm
to my
very
secret.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I bet everybody knows, like, okay, what that secret is. Okay, guys. All right. So there is a story I want to share with you and close this webinar with this last thought that helps you guys in terms of saying what you do in a way that makes more people interested in what you have, which is the power of telling a story in marketing. Now, we know story is the oldest and most ancient maybe method of conveying information, and it lived with us, since thousands of years. And it's a compelling way, in fact, to trigger the human brain to pay attention to what you have. Now, there are 7 elements to any story that if you keep in your marketing, it will give you better chances of grabbing people's attention. So, in other words, it will help you say what you do in a way that makes people, curious, and then want to be enlightened, and then show commitment to your business. And these 7 elements are as this. Think of the last time you've seen a movie, a good movie, or a good or read a nice a novel or a TV series. You will find that there is always a hero who wants something. And in this instance, as it relates to marketing, this is your customer. So think of your customer as the hero. There is always a hero who wants something in any good story. So in the example that we used earlier about the car dealership thing, our hero here is someone who wants to buy a good car, right? He wants to get a great deal on a car. So a hero who wants something. Now, down the way, in all good stories, there is a problem that the hero has to encounter in order to achieve his goal. There is a villain that stops the hero or stands between the hero and their goal. You need to identify that for your customer. So in the example of the car dealership thing here, the villain or the problem might be maybe price, might be maybe lack of knowledge about cars. So because you don't know much about cars, then most likely you're going to make a bad decision. So there is a problem, right? There is a problem that stands between the hero and his goal. You need to highlight that in your marketing. So 2 elements so far: a hero who wants something, and then a problem that stands between him and that thing that he wants. Then the third element of a good story is the guide, right? Every good story has a guide. The guide is the person or the organization or the thing that is sole purpose here is to help the hero win the day, in other words, and that's your business. So you need to position yourself or your business or your brand as the guide in the story, not the hero, right? One of the biggest problems that businesses do is that they talk about themselves a lot. Well, guess what? I'm sorry to say this, but your customers don't have much interest in knowing about you, rather than knowing about how you can make their life easier. And the same applies to our conversation here today. You guys in this call here, well, I believe here you are here with us today because you need a solution for a problem. It's not that you know me personally and you say, all right, I love this guy, I want to spend time with him. It's not about me, it's about you. And you need to understand this. We are mature enough here in the business world, and you need to know this. Your customers' sole interest in you is just in the essence of solving their problem. So position yourself as the guide in the story, not the hero. When you position yourself as the guide, your customer will have bigger interest in you, more interest in you. They really want to to be around with you, because simply you're guiding them, you're helping them overcome the challenge or the problem that they're facing. Then goes to the fourth element of the story. The guide always provides a good plan for the hero, right? So the good plan here is to tell them clearly what they need to do in order to accomplish that problem. In the essence of the car here, or referring to the car example, the car dealership example. So you want to tell them, all right, come to the car dealership and test drive the car that you like. That's the plan, right? Just come over here and test drive it. Clear language. In marketing, avoid using clever words or cliches that doesn't mean anything, right? Don't try to sound smart and clever in the wording. Try to be clear, right? Long for clearance, not for being like, catchy, because catchy words does not sell, right? Your customer will not invest their time and money with you unless it's clear for them what they are going to receive. Don't try to impress them. Try to be clear with the language that you're using and give direct, clear instructions in your marketing. And lastly, the whole story is about the stakes of what's going to happen if the customer buys your product and what is going to happen if the customer does not buy your product. So this is the last part in any good story. Any good story has high stake. The stake here, I mean by that is what's there to win and to lose. That's what makes you interested in a good story, right? If there is something huge to win versus something to lose, then chances you will be attracted to the story. Now, just do this in your marketing, and I believe you will, of course, combine it with the right technology here, and I believe your sales and I would say to the bottom line of your business will skyrocket. Again, introduce yourself as the guide. Talk to your customers as they are the hero of the story. Position yourself as the one who is helping them win the day. Give them a good plan and clear plan and follow up with them, and you'll be good. That's the last thought I want to close with. So here is our plan for you guys. Go to leadsquared.com, and request for a free demo, right? That's our plan for you. We're playing here the guide with you because we really know what we're doing, right? And we understand the challenge that you're faced with, especially when it comes to marketing. That's why this whole technology is built from ground up to help you with your marketing and your sales, with the entire customer acquisition process. So that being said, thank you very much for joining us in this meeting. There will be, of course, a replay recorded here in the webinar because I saw one of the questions about the replays, and it will be shared with you, I believe, later on. Thank you, Shibani, and thank you, Naveed, for having me in this presentation. And in case you're interested to reach out, guys, to us meeting in person here in the UAE, we represent VAM Consulting here, and we are partners, official partners for LeadSquared in the UAE, and we'd be more than happy to help you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hutaifa, and thank you so much, Navneet, also for taking us through the session.
You're welcome.
Well, lots of words of wisdom there from Hutaifa, and I couldn't agree more. Definitely, as a marketer, it all comes down to the customer and solving their problem. Thank you so much. I hope to see you at another webinar. Take care. Bye-bye.